Alrighty. Alright, so above me right now is my crawler, so I'm gonna bring that down real quick, and now I'm gonna, show you what I've got on it again. So it got a little messy. Also, what happened was, we'll time out for a second. That happened, and also that happened. So yeah, I bought a TRX 4. Yeah, so that's basically going to take the place of that truck, but that truck's still going to work. But anyway, I'm going to go. I didn't drive this yet. I don't have any rock time on it, but the battery's charging right now, and I'm building a crawler course in my backyard. So we're going to take this out soon. That one's already been on the course, so I think masters it pretty well. But this has a lot more features that I'm going to go over quick, and something that is amazing throughout the entire TRX 4 lineup. There are multiple different TRX 4 models out there. There's the TRX 4 Sport, which is like, if you have like a regular size truck, like a Ram maybe, the tradesman, or like it's for the working class person that something doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, but it's still a great truck, super durable. That's basically what the TRX 4 Sport is. Has portal axles and everything, just doesn't have a 2-speed differential or locking and unlocking differentials. The TRX 4 does. It has everything. All the bells and whistles. It's like the Laramie model. Or limited even. There's a lot of stuff. Obviously, the body's changed. The TRX 4 Sport has more of like a Toyota Tacoma look. This is definitely more of a Land Rover look. There's also a Bronco style. I have the Land Rover. There's the Bronco. Then there's also the tactical unit, which just has like a police top on it, so it looks tactical. So let's start with the super obvious stuff. They're obviously, can't really see it right now, but they're both red. The TRX 4 is definitely a little bit bigger. The TRX 4 is actually a lot bigger than you would think it is. So when people have these like on the back of other trucks, like fifth scale trucks, they're not playing around. This truck is big. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the floor, and we're gonna go over some of the stuff that caught my eye right away out of the box, and why I chose the TRX 4 over the TRX 4 Sport. So right away you can tell one thing is the wheelbase of these trucks are different. Wow, the thing is, you'd be surprised on how long two trucks can be. Alright, so now that everything's in the frame now, this has a longer wheelbase by a lot, and I do have it in a stretched out position here, so on the Everest 10, there's 3 little dots here, which I don't know how well you can see. You probably can't see them that well, but it comes on the middle one. I put them on the outside one, so it's a little bit further stretched out, a little bit longer of a wheelbase, more stable going up hills. TRX 4 definitely weighs a lot more, but the other thing you can tell right here is obviously the body style. A lot taller, like I said, way taller up here, but there's a reason for that, and I'll show you that under the hood here. But it comes stock with these Traxxas, actually I don't remember, can't even tell, I don't remember, but they're glued on 1.9 inch plastic wheels with a fully functional spare here in the back, and a jack and fake cherry pizza gas, so that's good. This is not stock tires, but these are glued on, I believe, 2.2s, they may be 1.9s, but they're rather fat. So I have 2.2s on this with whatever Chinese tires on it right now. They've been amazing to me. Obviously, these tires and everything are a little bit larger than these, so they might not even be able to be stuffed under here, which I'm probably going to end up trying anyway, because why not? But let's flip this around, and we're going to look at the axles, which are pretty nice. So like I said, tires are a little bit different size, barely. They're a little bit taller, I'd say maybe 3/8 of an inch. But the elephant in the room here are these axles. You see, at this one you can barely even see this axle from the bumper here. You can really see this one though. That's why, let's take the screwdriver right here. So I take this, I can barely go under this, right? Very little play. This versus, it's a little different, and that is because this has what are called portal axle. See that right there? That's a portal axle. So that's the drive line, right? A series of gears takes it down to the wheel. So it raises the center of the drive line away from the center of the tire. So you don't have to run as big of tires to get the diff clearance that you need with a portal axle. Like what, sorry, I went the wrong direction there. Like what I had to do with this, I had to put big tires on it to get the diff clearance, which still isn't the best. So that's pretty obvious. This comes stock with a fully metal geared servo, right? And a metal servo horn, must have on any crawler, especially the Everest 10, which came with a plastic one, and it's right up front, so it broke when it hit a rock, so I put an aluminum one on there. TRX 4 comes stock with metal shocks, which is a very nice change of pace, and they don't have the stupid clips like this does. These ones you can actually rotate to change, which is very nice. Let's also look at this. Bust out the old tape measure. Now these are what's called rock sliders. This truck doesn't have them, but just kind of use the chassis for that on that truck. So you have 3.5 inches of ground clearance from ground to the rock slider, which isn't a lot. They make other kits and stuff from other companies that move this rock slider up about 1/2 inch to give you about 4 inches. But this one also gives you about 3.5. So it's still okay. They're about the same there. Now this, because it has those portals, and if you look at this suspension, you see how it is straight up. That also helps eliminate torque twist, which is the same thing I did here. Wonder where I got the idea from. I was studying the Traxxas TRX 6, so I was going to make a 6x6 Everest 10 because that would be super cool. But I didn't, because I realized how expensive it was going to be. But I noticed the shocks were facing up on the Traxxas models, and they didn't have as much torque twist. So I did that on here. Made my own custom stands, because they have store-bought ones, but they only go out to like there, so they still have torque twist. So this is noticeably better than that. Now, something I did not notice. Did not notice. I mean, I noticed it right away, but that doesn't have a lot of steering angle there. But this one, yeah, that doesn't really show the perspective very well. Hold on. Yeah, that's a little bit more aggressive. So this one you can take a lot tighter turns, and this one is always locked in four-wheel drive. Well, this one is too. This one always has lock differentials, and lock differentials basically means when you spin one tire, the other one spins the same direction. Unlike this truck, which has open differentials or limited slips, when you push it this way, it goes the other way because it has spider gears in there. This is really cool. Something that every crawler should have, and most do, just this doesn't. You can shift in and out of locked hubs and unlocked hubs. Well, you know, like older Broncos and stuff, and older trucks, you'd have to switch the things on the outside. But because it's a scale, it's actually on the inside. It's called a T-locker. You control it here. All I remember, don't quote me on this, is back is all the way open, front is all the way, everything locked. So, when they're unlocked, you can make a lot tighter turns. Something this thing can't do is, because this thing probably has like a freaking 40-foot turn radius, this one I could probably get into like a 10-foot turn radius. Really, really good on this truck compared to this one, I'm going to guess. And that's all because this is your normal 10th scale servo. I can fit about 3 fingers on it. This is your shifter servo. I can fit my thumb on it. So that controls that transmission, which is kind of hard to see. And then, because, oh, I didn't go over that. That switches the gears. So this has 2 gears. 2 gears, right? One that's really slow and really low gear for crawling, goes like maybe 3 miles an hour. High gear goes about 11. So that's for covering a lot of distance, like you're on a long trail or something. This actually controls the locking and unlocking differentials. So this will lock and unlock the front differential, that'll unlock and lock the rear differential. Okay? Now this is something special the TRX forced when they originally came out. That is, well, as you can see, that is the XL5 3S model. So that's the HV, high voltage. That truck originally came with the regular version of that, which is now in my drift truck. Well, not really a drift truck, it can't drift, but it can do amazing four-wheel drive burnouts. So that's probably what it's going to end up being. But this high voltage system can take 3S, versus what that could take was 2S, but now there's a 3S brushless system in there, and a whole bunch of fun could be to be had. And that's paired up with their Titan 21-turn reverse, this is very important, reverse rotation. Because every time you put a gear on something, 2 gears, they'll switch the rotation. Because the portals, they had to switch the rotation. So you have the 3S capable system with a Titan 12-turn motor paired to a 2-speed differential, well, 2-speed transmission with locking and unlocking separated diffs. Can't really get much better than that, especially for this price point. This tray here has a little divot here so you can put crawler packs, which are really small packs, in there, lower center of gravity and everything. But this is for the larger batteries that sit up top there. So you can see this one is 26 millimeters. It's for your normal size, like 2S lipos, and then this can come up, spin around. Now you can put it. Maybe that's backwards. Yeah. You can